The mid-2000s were filled with many virtual worlds where you could play as an animal or non-human avatar. I feel like every young millennial/old Gen Zer had that one virtual world that they loved. Club Penguin, Moshi Monsters, Animal Jam, and Neopets are just a few examples of those beloved games. Each of these were pretty similar, but also each had their own lovable charm that garnered really loyal fan bases. But boy, there was one game that really revolutionized the whole animal virtual world market. You were actually able to buy a physical stuffed pet to bring home with you. The pet would come with a tag that had a secret code that allowed you to own your very own virtual version of your new pet. With this description, I think we all know what game I'm talking about. I personally used to rush home from school to check how my virtual pet was doing on the online world of Shining Stars. Wait, what do you mean you thought I was describing Webkinz? What do you mean you have no idea what Shining Stars is? So, what is Shining Stars? Created by the now defunct Raspberry Incorporated, Shining Stars came out in 2006. The game had the same basic idea as Webkinz. Buy a stuffed animal that comes with a secret code, log into a website and activate your pet code, then play online. Unlike Webkinz, I found that Shining Stars was much less popular. However, there was one cool thing about Shining Stars that set it apart from Webkinz. Shining Stars had a partnership with the International Star Registry. With every pet that you adopted, you also got to adopt and name your very own star. But the whole adopting your own star thing was a lot more of a gimmick than a real star adoption, as the International Star Registry isn't actually recognized by the scientific community. It even says so in their own commercials. The stuffed animals. Funny enough, the whole Shining Stars plushie brand did not start with the cute animal plushies that accompanied the virtual world. In 2001, 5 years before the Animals and website would come out, Mattel partnered with the International Star Registry to create the Shining Stars dolls. Just like the plushies, the dolls had come with the gift of adopting your very own star. The dolls themselves had a basic build, but they came with glow-in-the-dark accessories, a star on their cheek, and these extremely cursed star-shaped pajamas. These dolls are honestly a really great representation of the early 2000s aesthetic. Editing hamster here, and actually, I was wrong. They didn't just sell the dolls in 2001. They also had bears. They had plushies that they sold that you could get your very own star with. You just couldn't access anything online because there was no website. I literally didn't find it until I was collecting pictures/videos to put into the video. So the more you know. The doll line didn't last very long as it ceased production in 2002 and Mattel and the International Star Registry parted ways. In 2006, in attempts to capitalize on the virtual world toys market, the ISR partnered with Raspberry Incorporated and Abrams Gentile Entertainment to put the animal plush line on the market. They kept the same title for the new line as the dolls from 2001. They even kept the exact same branding. Look, there's literally zero change in the logo. In total, the brand had come out with approximately 60 different plushies, maybe more, maybe less. I couldn't find any conclusive number online, and each plush costed $15. There were many animals that made it into the line, even some mystical animals. They had bears, cats, dogs, a frog, hedgehog, penguin, cow, pig, unicorn, dragon, and many more. They also had some plushies for holidays or special events like a snowman, black Halloween cat, and graduation bears. There were even some plushies that came with a sound device on the inside that would sing a song called "You Are My Shining Star" if you pressed on it. I actually had my very own Shining Stars plushies. Me and my older brother were each gifted a plush from our grandpa in 2007. My brother got this penguin because penguins are his favorite animal, and I was given the blue bear. And then a little later on, I got the blue dragon as well because I begged my grandpa for it. Each of the plushies, like Webkinz, came with a brand stitching on one of their legs and a secret code that would give you the ability to register your own pet into the virtual world. Online game. It was pretty difficult to find any actual gameplay, and most of the information about the actual online world has been lost. And despite having actually played the game myself, I cannot remember anything whatsoever, but this is likely due to the fact that this was 16 years ago. All of the information I got from the game is coming from this one promo video I found here on YouTube. Once you registered your pet, you got to name it and name your own star from any constellation you choose. After picking your star, you could print a certificate and a star map showing you where your star is. On the actual website, there were 5 total planets that the players could go to and from. They were titled Games, Fun and Activities, Star Chat, Movies and Music, and My Star Space. Clearly, they put a bunch of time, thought, and creativity into naming each of these planets. Like Webkinz, the Game Planet had an arcade that featured a variety of games for the user to play, and it was adorably named the Starcade. In the Starcade, there were both single and multiplayer game options. Playing the games would give you glow points. As you accumulated glow points, secret pages and items would be revealed. The glow points also doubled as a form of currency, allowing the player to buy items for their home, and I think maybe clothing items. The glow points worked like Kinz Cash from Webkinz. One thing I really appreciated about the website, though, is the endless amount of star puns. They did a really good job playing into the star theme. The Movies and Music Planet even had a video creator that was very similar to the movie theater in Webkinz. On the Fun and Activities Planet, the player could go into 5 different worlds that acted really similar function to the house where you like keep your pets in Webkinz. They were space, beach, jungle, cloud, and snow world. The player could decorate each world however they wanted with items that they had purchased with glow points. The Star Chat world had a very similar function to the clubhouses in Webkinz. People could go in and talk to other players. One thing that did set Shining Stars apart from Webkinz was the ability for the user to create their own in-game human avatar. The avatar was pretty customizable, and honestly, they're really cute. Along with this, users got to create their own My Star Space page. This is basically like a MySpace profile for kids who were playing Shining Stars. Other media. Along with the online game, Shining Stars had some other media outside of the virtual world. There was a DS game that came out in 2007. The game was basically just a DS version of the Starcade. It was a conglomerate of a bunch of mini games, which apparently the games were pretty tricky to play according to a parent who left a review on Amazon. Shining Stars also came out with a DVD called Search for the Secret Star. This featured an animated film following some of the Shining Stars pets on an adventure to get back to their home planet after getting lost. This film was also featured in the Movies and Music Planet. You can also find clips of this film here on YouTube. Here's a short clip of one.
Oh no, Lion, do something! Wow, that's what I call a king-sized hover star.
Bankruptcy. Sadly, compared to Webkinz' long-term success, Shining Stars wouldn't be as lucky. On April 26th of 2011, the Shining Stars brand filed for Chapter 7 bankruptcy, which is actually the most commonly filed form of bankruptcy, and they ultimately closed down their website and ceased production of the plushies. I'm not totally sure what drove them to bankruptcy. I believe it may have been due to a decrease in sales and an increase in other competitors in the stuffed animal virtual world market. Compared to its competitors, Shining Stars simply was not unique or fun enough to make it. The website was pretty limited in contrast to Webkinz and was rarely ever updated. Webkinz vs Shining Stars battle. Both websites had overlapping fan bases, with many people owning/playing both Webkinz and Shining Stars, myself included. Given the similarities, these two games were often compared online. If you go to YouTube and type in the search bar Webkinz vs Shining Stars, you'll find a plethora of comparison videos, which mostly favor Webkinz. One video in particular had its description as
Webkinz rule, Shining Stars suck, and should come back from where they came from, parentheses, hell.
if you
like Shining Stars, then F you dumbass.
These videos were typically just terribly edited slideshows or someone comparing the plushies in real life, and was almost always a kid making it. There were also some discussion boards that aimed to compare the two, like the one on the screen right now. One of the users saying,
I think Webkinz' website is better than Shining Stars one, but I think that the Shining Stars stuffed animals are much cuter and much better quality than the Webkinz stuffed animals.
The general consensus that I found was that Webkinz was the better of the two. Although Shining Stars was short-lived and a little lame compared to other animal virtual worlds, I really did enjoy the site as a kid. There was just something so magical about getting to bring your own stuffed animal to life. Looking back at this game gave me so much nostalgia, and now I'm really getting the itch to log back into my Webkinz account. Thank you all who stuck all the way to the end. If you like this video, please give me a like and let me know in the comments if you have ever even heard of Shining Stars or played it. And if you liked this video so much that you are wanting to support me even further, please consider subscribing. Thank you all so much for watching. I will see you again in the next one. Bye!